In this video, we are going to learn how to use a filter and unique function. Imagine if you have the dataset something like this and you have to pull the partners list for the product Opera 2. So traditionally what we used to do is, especially me, what I used to do is I'll just apply the filter formula and select the Opera 2 and copy the partners and paste it in a different sheet. So that is the only way for me to do that. So now in the latest version of an Excel, we have uh, we have a function called filter. So let's see how exactly this function works. Initially, I'll type in the product here, and I wanted to have the list of Opera 2 product, Opera 2 to be printed here in the column D. So let's start writing the formula is equal to filter. As and when I hit write the formula, it will ask me to choose an array. In this case, my array is this data range, comma. Now it is asking me what is it you wanted to include from this data range. I wanted to include the product column, which is specifically having Opera 2, and then I'll close the bracket because the other one, if empty, is an optional. If we wanted to keep it, we can, else we can leave it as a blank. And as and when I hit enter, you can see the data is spilling over down in the given data range. Wherever I have the Opera 2, wherever the condition is matching for the Opera 2, I can see the complete list over here. So now if I don't wanted to have all the four columns printed in this sheet, I just wanted to have the column only the partner's name column. So now I'll just get into the sheet one and I'll see in which column I have the partner's name. In column B, I have the partner's name. So I'll just come to the sheet two and edit the formula here. So here the data range, the array what we gave is from B3 to E. That is a complete data range of ours. So now what I'll do is I'll just select B3 to B136. In this case, what I'm trying to explain Excel is just give me the range of B3 to B136 wherever the condition is matching as an Opera 2. And now as and when I hit enter, you can see I can the data is only printing for partners information. And now there is another thing which we have to do to make it more user friendly. I have given the condition inside the formula. Now let's try giving the freedom into a cell. So I have selected this condition Opera 2 inside the formula and I'll give the reference to a cell. So we just gave it to the B5 and I'll hit enter. So you can see that the formula is working effectively. Now here, if I append this cell from Opera 2 to Opera 3, you can see the data will change as per the cell B2 because it's just that we have gave the reference to the B2. And now let's say if you have to get the partner margins for this particular partners. So what we can do is you don't need to rewrite the formula again here for the formulas. In the same formula, you can use an ampersand. Here, I'll get into the formula and before comma in the range of array, I'll write ampersand and copy the same array syntax, copy this syntax, paste it again. Now you have already have the partner names. Now you need to print the partner margins, which is in the column E, and hit enter. As and when you hit enter, you can see the number is printing over here, but it really doesn't seem like it seems to be a partner margin. So you just have to make it more clear. So get inside the formula again and put the spaces after the ampersand. So here I'll use a double quotation space, and I give the hyphen for the better understanding, and then close the quotation. Now give another ampersand. Now if you hit enter, you can see there is a space created for the between the partner name and the percentage. Now if a layman looks at these numbers or looks at this column, he will not understand that 20 means that percentage. So you just have to add the percentage over here to make it more understandable. So again we'll get into the same formula and put up another ampersand and give the value, give the, sorry, just made a mistake. So after the array, you just give an ampersand, open parentheses. So if you any one of you guys don't know what is the purpose of parentheses means, parentheses we generally use to convey message to an Excel stating we are giving some names. If you directly write something here, Excel will understand that you are writing some formula. So always if you have to define something, you just have to define it in the double quotes. So in this double quotes, I'll mention percentage here and I'll close the double quotes. Now if you hit enter, you can see it is clearly defining the partner AP systems NW limited is having 20 percentage. The same goes to the Agile limited, and this bill will drop over to the complete row, complete data range whatever we have in the sheet one. So from this data range, if you see there are some duplicate values. So we just have to remove the duplicate values and we need to have only the unique values. So even for that, what traditionally I used to do is copy this data range and get into the data, use the remove duplicates option. So now it is no more required. Go to another cell and start writing is equal to unique and choose your array. This is my array, close the bracket and hit enter. As in when you hit an enter, you can see the data spills down and it will give you only the unique values over here. In this case, we don't have much unique values. Yes, there are only 3 duplicates which got found and those got removed. And if you are wondering why you are getting a 0, that's because I was giving the range of a complete column. In this case, the complete column also includes some blanks, so that is the reason it is giving it, you can able to see the 0. If you don't want to give see the 0, get inside the formula again and give the specific range. In this case, our range is starting from D5 and ending at D75, I believe. Hit and enter. You can see it got spilled over because our data range is only till 68. So I'll just get into the formula again and I'll write 68. Now if you see, you'll you will not find any zeros in the data range. So that is how the that is how the exactly the filter and unique function works, and this will make our life easy, especially when you're working in a bigger data sets. And there is another things which I wanted to put it as a disclaimer. If you start writing something over here, don't think that your formula will get up and your formula will get modified, because this is a spill formula. So anything if you write between the spill range, that will throw up an error, the spill error. It means that you have written some data in between the spill, so that is the reason it is unable to fetch the information till the last. That is the reason you'll get a spill error. So make sure whenever you apply this formula, the below cells are blank. So that is the first condition, and the main formula will always be on the top. If you try to append some data somewhere in middle of the data range, you can see the formula got grayed out. You cannot able to see the formula. Even if you try to edit that, modify that formula, you'll not have an option for that. So if you have to edit something, you just have to edit on top of your main cell where you are giving the formula. So these are the main things which we have to put it in our mind while we use the filter function. So far I think this is a clear. If you feel it is a little complex, you just give once or a couple of tries. It will definitely the very user friendly formula. Just let me know in the comment section if you have to learn anything any other function.